Hello and welcome. I've been intending to make a video on the ZX4RR for the longest period of time, but I've been putting it off simply because the motorcycle belied its expectations, at least in North America, in United States and Canada. But I could not ignore it any longer. I delayed it almost a year and now I would like to see what this bike is all about. Let's dive right in. First things first, this is not an upgraded Ninja 400. No, far from it. This is a full-blown race spec motorcycle. First, let's do the numbers. It is an inline 4 399cc liquid cooled motor with 16 valves and a double overhead cam. This engine belts out 76 horses at 14,500 RPM. Now this is a contentious issue. More on that later. It produces 38 Nm or 28 foot-pounds of torque at 12,500 RPM. This motorcycle weighs in at a mere 188 kilos or 416 pounds with all fluids. That's a very lightweight motorcycle and you can hit a 0 to 100 in about 4.6 seconds. That motorcycle is quick off the blocks. And you can hit a top end of nearly 220 km an hour or 135 miles an hour. That is plenty fast. It has a 6-speed drive with slipper and assist clutch designed for hard downshifts required during negotiating a corner. Tank capacity is at 15 liters or 4 US gallons, giving you a healthy range of 330 kilometers or 210 miles with mostly spirited riding. It comes with a high tensile steel treadless frame that is super rigid to give great traction around corners. In fact, the whole motorcycle is designed to go fast around corners. This is not a Ninja 400 as I was saying. The Ninja 400 is also a 399cc but a parallel twin. Very different machine. The Ninja 400 maxes out at 45 bhp at 10,000 RPM and a peak torque of 37 Nm or 27 foot-pounds at 8,000 RPM. The Ninja 400 is not a high revving screamer. It maxes out at 10,000 revs. The max speed of the Ninja 400 would be around 175 km per hour, 110 miles, give or take. The Ninja 400 has conventional forks, conventional brakes, and a pretty conservative seating posture. Whereas the ZX4RR has a racy seating posture with rear set footbeds, crouch seating, enabling you to tuck behind the bubble for higher speeds. The Ninja 400 does not come with traction control or quick shifter or power modes. There is no common ground between the Ninja 400 and the ZX4RR other than the fact that they both are manufactured by Kawasaki. The ZX4RR costs nearly twice the money as the Ninja 400. Coming to the contentious part, all the numbers that I shared with you are valid in most parts of the world other than United States and Canada. In North America, because of EPA noise emission standards, the RPM and hence the power cuts off at around 11,000 RPM. Whereas the European version has full power till 15,000 RPM. But hold your horses, we are not done yet. Because in North America, the engine revs are limited to 11,000 RPM, the power output is around 56 horses. Also, the torque output is at 36 Nm or 27 foot-pounds. These numbers sound embarrassing for a motorcycle that is supposed to be a full-blown race bike. Kawasaki is tight-lipped in terms of the actual power and torque numbers, in America at least. When I rode the bike, albeit for a short distance, I could feel the power restriction. Honestly speaking, because of the RPM restriction, the major part of the fun of riding a 400cc inline 4 is lost, even though the bike has great handling around the corners. There's a workaround this restriction. Quite a few YouTube channels are talking about removing the restriction. I got to know about it first from Different Spokes TV. He's talking about the ZX4RR belting out full power at a cost of just $250 or so. But then we are already paying $9,899 for the 2024 version, which is not exactly cheap for a 400cc. It's almost the price for a 600cc. The whole package should be available to the paying customers. It should not be some restricted turtle pretending to be a cheetah. Or, hey Kawasaki, you can charge us less for a restricted version. That said, it is a fantastic motorcycle. It has a beefy front suspension from Showa with preload adjustability, fully adjustable rear shock to hug those corners also from Showa, a bi-directional quick shifter, extremely rigid trellis frame for great handling. Let me show you how I sit on the ZX4RR. I'm 165 centimeters or 5 feet 6 inches tall. Seat height is at 80 centimeters or 31.5 inches. I sit really comfortably on the motorcycle. It is not as aggressive as your regular super sports like a ZX6R or a superbike like the R1. It gives you a good blend of aggressiveness and comfort. If you want to go on track, it is a great track tool. If you want to commute in the city, you wouldn't be uncomfortable. If you're a tall dude like 185 centimeters or 6'2" or something like that, you may think that it may look awkward, but the fun factor should not bother you about how you look sitting on it. In terms of tech and features, you're getting a full TFT dash, a bidirectional quick shifter, Kawasaki traction control, power modes, and electronic throttle valves. Great suspension and a rigid steel, not aluminum, trellis frame, giving very good handling, making it an excellent bike overall. In conclusion, would I buy the ZX4RR? Living in Europe, I would buy the ZX4RR in a heartbeat. But living in America, I would lean more towards the KTM RC390. The KTM is 23 kilos lighter than the ZX4RR. That is a difference of 51 pounds. The KTM gives me more torque at a lesser rev. So the KTM will be faster off the blocks, and the restricted ZX4RR will never be able to catch up later, even though it has about 12 odd horses more than the RC390, and the RC390 is $4,000 less. However, I'm willing to pay that extra $4,000 if I were to get the full power version. Kawasaki, are you listening? I'd like to leave the discussion now on to you. What do you think of the ZX4R? Would you buy it? Would you buy it for the track? I'd like to know your opinion. And for viewers in Europe, UK, France, and all these places, what is your opinion? How do you find that motorcycle? I have not ridden a restricted version, and I believe that if you flash one of those motorcycles, it would be even faster than what you already have. It is an interesting situation right now. Did Kawasaki make a mistake of releasing it in the United States with all these EPA restrictions? Should it have brought the price down? I'd like to know your comments in the comment section down below. Let's have a discussion, and I'll be replying to your comments, and I'll be seeing you in the next one. Until then, ride safe.